All right, so here's the former UFC heavyweight champion, cardio, Cain Velasquez. Nobody is better equipped to talk about this man and all that he brings to the table than you, DC.
Just a fantastic mixed martial artist. From the first time I saw Cain at the American Kickboxing Academy, I understood that I was no longer just looking at a wrestler, but a true fighter. Cain had an ability to push and train at a level that not even the welterweights could keep up with. Just a workhorse in the highest sense of the word, a guy that was willing to lay it all out on the line. Some of the performances that this man has had truly allows him to be considered one of the greatest heavyweight fighters of all time.
And he puts that status on the line every time he makes the walk, including tonight. Good to see Cain Velasquez back. Cain Velasquez. He has graced the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. All right, so here's the world beater, Khamzat Chimaev, wicked relevant in 2 divisions. Every time he sees you, he tries to take you down. Gotta think he's gonna try to wrestle here tonight.
That's exactly what he does, right? He wants to impose himself on his opponents. He wants to show his dominance when he's inside the octagon, whether it's on the ground in the grappling, as we saw in Kevin Holland, or whether it's him striking, as we have seen in the beginning of his UFC career. He has all the skills, but it's the mindset of Khamzat Chimaev that separates him from most fighters in both weight classes that he competes in.
And with respect to Conor McGregor and everybody else, I'm not sure that any athlete has ever taken this sport by storm quite the way Chimaev did back in 2020. Let's see how he fares in another big spot tonight. Khamzat Chimaev. He is ready to go. That means so are we for our main event of the evening. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Cain Velasquez. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting a reigning, defending, undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
All right, Herb Dean, our referee for this one, just about to get underway. All right, Khamzat Chimaev back on the proven ground, and you can hear the crowd response with everything that this man does. If he gets a takedown, a huge pop. If he lands a jab, a huge pop. A lot of people feel like in this matchup, though, Khamzat's going to be trying to take the fight to the ground and to work his submission game from there. Let us see how Khamzat approaches the early portions of this particular round. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Now a takedown attempt. It is not there, and not a ton behind it. Takedown defense holds up. Lands a big elbow there. All right, single collar tie now. Oh, really good job by him there to raise the guard, DC, and block those shots coming his way.
He does a great job of blocking all incoming strikes.
Wow, massive uppercut.
Oh, stuck in the guillotine.
He gets out.
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
We have crossed the midpoint here in our opening round.
He's got to be careful here.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Excellent ground and pound there by Velasquez.
Oh, nice. He's got to find a way to get back to his feet.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Velasquez. All right, into full guard here, DC. I know you don't like hanging out here for too long.
No, you don't want to stay there. Too much of a submission threat. You got to pass.
Chimaev's got his head looking for a guillotine.
That submission was tight.
You got to be kidding me. He's out. Velasquez is back in full mount. All right, he remains in pursuit of the submission, but the defense continues to hold up. I'm not sure he's going to be able to find a finish here.
In MMA today, guys are so well-rounded. They're so gifted. It's hard to just lock up a submission.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Lands with the ground and pound. 10 seconds to go in round one.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Saved by the bell. There is the final horn. He was getting grounded. He was getting pounded just at the end of the round. So you see, he's taking some of this time here to get back to his feet. Only 60 seconds on the clock between rounds. We will see if this young man can recover. All right, let's get you some pictures from that previous round, DC. A lot of good work with the ground and pound strike.
Yeah, he was able to control posture, get himself postured up, land big ground and pound as he ended the round. What a great finish to a fantastic round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round two here. Over. That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, beautiful combination. Left hand got home there. Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. Chimaev's got his head looking for a guillotine choke.
Yup, that gets his feet. Oh, man, that was slick.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Chimaev.
Oh, you gotta be careful there, yup.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's gonna try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Cain Velasquez. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here.
Nice shot there by the champ.
A series of punches from the top here by Velasquez. Ground and pound strike there now. Oh, really working towards the guillotine choke here.
It's getting very tight.
Oh, he escapes.
There goes another one, and once again, he just bats it away. Great submission defense.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Velasquez. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Good work from the top here by Velasquez. And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground. Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
Chimaev's looking for a Darce choke here.
That Darce is tight. Great submission defense on full display by the opponent.
You need to work on this position.
All All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Velasquez. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Oh, this one could be over soon. 10 minutes in the can. All right, back to the stools we go, and that is a really severe cut, so we will monitor him between rounds as they furiously get the cut man in there.
It's okay. We expected this type of fight. We trained for this. We're bloody.
All right, let us get you some replays from the damage in that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the shot that opened the cut.
I mean, just some big shots landed over the course of that round. And he wasn't responsible defensively. He was trying to tough out way too many situations. You can't do that when you're fighting a guy like this. If he doesn't change something, he's going to find himself in trouble.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Another beautiful strike to the body, really starting to connect at will when it comes to working the body, and especially effective doing it later in this fight. Didn't see a lot of that from him in the earlier rounds. Well, not much setup behind it. The right hook misses. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Now he gets well-disguised hip toss there to get his opponent down.
He's in a dominant position. Look at him attacking the wrist.
Oh, that looks tight to me. It looks like it might be locked in.
Yeah, it looks like it's done. It looks like it's done.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Oh, right into mouth.
Oh, postures up and lands a huge head strike there. Nicely done by Cain Velasquez. So we have crossed the midpoint in this one.
Once he got him cut, he recognized where he needs to be throwing these shots, and once again, he lands right on that cut.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud.
Nice.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Well, at this point, I would use the word critical to describe the condition of that eye. Not looking good, champ.
No, he's beat up. He's been battered, he's been bruised. He got cut early in the fight, and you understood that if he didn't change something, it would get much worse. He didn't change anything, and now we're here.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over. Jonathan, he just gets up.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Velasquez. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Velasquez is back to the side control now. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds.
Take a seat.
All right, so that round is in the books. Chimaev's eye is in real trouble, folks. That does not look good. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see the ringside physician be called on here. He might even stop the fight. We'll see. Well, that was a damaging 5 minutes. We'll see how he can recover over this 60 seconds. We'll show you some replays now from that previous round.
He was on the receiving end of some big blows, and he wasn't moving his head well. His head was on the center line. He was a stationary target, and his opponent opened up a nasty cut on him. He has got to move his head to limit the damage that he's taking.
Ready.
All right, here is round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with the 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight. So you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes.
Well, some might describe this as critical condition. That eye is absolutely mangled. I wouldn't be surprised to see us get a stoppage here soon.
Yeah, I mean, John, you look at his face. He's been beaten up for a very long time. I could see the doctor coming into the ring, looking at the cut and saying, I've seen enough.
All right, so the referee right then and there has called a stop to the action. Looks like he's going to call on the doctor to look at the cut, and it is a pretty significant one, DC.
Well, he's bleeding a lot, and the blood is going into his eyes. It's very difficult for him to see right now.
Well, the doctor doesn't care about your feelings. Yeah, that's the end of the fight. And again, when you talk about fighting in the future, you gotta have an athlete's health in mind. I know you hate to see it.
Yeah, well, you had an idea, right? The cut's in a bad spot. You knew there was a possibility. Unfortunate that it ends this way.
Let's get it to Bruce Buffer to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Cain Velasquez.
All right, so a big win for cardio Cain Velasquez here tonight, and I know a big part of the narrative here during fight week was the back injury that has taken up a good chunk of Cain's